Sacramento? If you grew up in the Bay Area, that was the city your parents threatened they would send you to spend time with your relatives at. And if not there, then some other dusty Central Valley town. We would forget Sac was even the capital since San Francisco or LA seemed more fitting. When people started moving to Sac from the Bay, you knew it was because of housing costs, since no one in their right mind would willingly leave to this place. Sac was always 10 years behind the Bay. The slang and the culture would eventually make it out here when the Bay was onto something new. I'm from the San Jose area. We didn't even like being compared to the inner Bay Area because we had our own style back in the day, but the comparison was better than saying we were country like Sac. This is my first weekend in Sac. Everybody has their own story about what brings them here. In order to get a better idea of the city, I used 2 questions about what drew the interviewees to Sac and what stands out to them about the summers here. Nothing complicated, just straight to the point, like the city itself.
God help you if you don't have AC out here.
I think for the most part though, people are kind of used to it. Go out during the day, have fun, wear clothes or not.
So I'm always swimming around the river. And even though it's dirty as hell, I mean, it's fun.
If you swim in that river, you're going to come up green.
And AC's not cheap, so a free way is just, is chill at the river.
Actually, San Francisco is a lot better than Sacramento, but Sacramento is very beautiful. It's very hot today, but everybody stay safe out there.
So if you guys come down here, it's actually really nice here.
Beautiful, very beautiful.
Really nice.
The girls are having fun. They want to go swing and ride those little scooters, so that's what we're doing next.
And what about the river over here? You guys haven't jumped in that thing during the time?
No. I want to pull, but I'm not going to go in the river.
My name is Martin Jr., also known as Poppin' Anatron. I am in Sacramento, California, born and raised San Francisco, Mount Zion, and just want to tell you the little things about Sacramento, California. So for the most part, it's not crazy. There's water out here. We have a lot of water. You come to Old Sac, there's a lot of historical factors out here. It's kind of like an old Western feeling, but it's really family oriented. There's a lot of good people, a lot of good restaurants, really great vibes. Midtown is it's mind-blowing because you get a lot of diverse people. You know what I'm saying? So many different types of restaurants, so many different types of cultural food you can try. It's amazing. I can say that it's treated me well. It kept me out of trouble. It's more calm. I'm from San Francisco, like I said. It's where everything is going all at once, But yeah, out here is really calm. You can get away, take a breather, go on a hike, if you want to, take the American River, rails, railroad tracks down there, see the trains and stuff. We got the museum going. It's nice. The summers over here are hot, man. I'm super used to the breeze out there around 4, 3 o'clock. I got the pea coat on.
I'm from Vallejo, California. We live in Sacramento, downtown Sac, very diverse, super dope community. There's live bands, there's live dancers. If you're into healing crystals, it's a dope spiritual shop right down the street. I moved up here about 2009. I've been living out here ever since. It was a very big change for me coming from the Bay Area. You have every single kind of food, from language to culture parties to culture events. It's a pretty dope feeling. And just during the summers, it gets really, really hot. It gets 106 plus. It's not always just a cool breeze and a cool windy. Like in San Francisco, it's a totally different thing.
I think in both cases, San Francisco, you get a lot of diverse women. You're getting women from around the world out in San Francisco. But also,
both places do carry the same attributes.
Yes. You come out here in Sacramento.
We're right here by the airport too, so we get a lot of
foreigners.
Foreigners from soccer teams to business trips to meetings with the girls or sororities or fraternities and stuff that they're involved with. So you get a lot of different stuff. So I experienced a lot of that kind of stuff working at restaurants in Sacramento. So I experienced a lot of different people just coming in, stopping real fast, or just coming to eat before they catch their flight.
I love Sacramento for its diversity. There's a lot of of like different types of people, and I just really like Old Sac. I love the old buildings and just like the atmosphere. It's really fun. I'm really happy here.
You from over here?
Yep.
Right on, bro. Everybody in Philly and New York that's gonna be watching this right here, they don't have no clue about Sacramento.
Yeah, man. Capital city, baby. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Sacramento Kings in 2021, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We out here.
Dude, I love being in Sac, dude. Sacramento Kings, baby, let's do it this year. I like it. I love being around the Sacramento area. It's always nice to be around people that I love. Meeting great new people in Old Sac. It's always nice to be here, man.
Cool.
There was no way I could shoot in Sac without showing the hood part of it. This is a short film, but that doesn't mean I have to skimp on the content. I caught up with a local artist who, despite his situation, is keeping up his artistry in a neighborhood that no tour guide is going to mention you come to see.
Yeah. It's cold outside. I'm hoping for some good shivers. I'm hoping for some good shivers. The only thing made me feel warm inside. All these chemicals that the timber in my liver. The best, cheapest thing that they got out there for me is this 40-ounce bottle of the small liquor. Made my soul thicker, my blood like a sinner, my blood like a sinner. I wasn't ready to live till I was really ready to die. Thinking, Lord, please tell me how am I gonna survive? My name's Andres Saldana Hernandez. I grew up out in Salinas in Monterey County. The weather out there was wonderful. I came out here to Sacramento and gets up to the 100 degrees weather and stuff like that. I was like, oh my gosh, why does anybody want to live out here type of thing? You get used to it and stuff like that. And I've been through that, being homeless. And they went and told me what it was. Bunch of kids wilding out up in the streets, doing bunch of drugs, knew the lifestyle up to well, not fully grown, age 12, 10. Why I had up on the streets, body stuck up like a skeleton. Problems on my shoulders, I weigh about a ton. But I don't really feel none of them, I'm so numb in the bed, going dumb in the room, all alone, no lights. Try to pick up the pieces to a broken life. I'm on bar time here, wondering how long am I gonna last. Picking up the pieces to a broken hourglass. Living legend for the leprosy that's surrounding me. The aftermath of the 40 thieves. Nothing but a bunch of fiends all around me. Well, I'm making money selling methamphetamines. Praying, Lord, please don't take my life in vain. Live my life so deranged.
When I make films on urban areas, I shine a spotlight on locals who are the best sources of information. They don't hold back on anything. If you really want to know a city, you got to be able to meet them and hear their perspectives. Hollywood, or what the average tourist has to say about a city, is never going to replace the act of going to a city and talking with its people. This might have been the first time I let non-native born people make up the lion's share of interviews in a film, but their voices are still valuable and show a side of Sac that people tend to forget. That something is bringing people here, and more importantly, keeping them here. There's a happiness and a celebration of life that I honestly don't see in other cities in Northern California. Like anywhere else, people have bills to pay and responsibilities to handle, but that doesn't prevent them from enjoying a summer weekend. Every coin has two sides, and that's what describes other parts of the city in the north and south where people struggle with themselves and their surroundings, clinging on to anything that gives them some type of hope for tomorrow. I could offer an even more profound message about the city, but sometimes you have to just keep it basic, or as the title says, understand that this is simply Sac.